Alright there you guys again, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be updating you on some more latest news as well as we always do on this channel. So press that like button, subscribe to the channel now, so I would really appreciate it if you did. Currently now with the latest news about Kylian Mbappe, as he updated you on a few occasions yesterday. Reports were suggesting yesterday that Real Madrid and Monaco had come to a conclusion that they had agreed a potential deal for a staggering £160 odd million, as I said. This was stemming from Spain, and from Monaco's perspective, they never ever agreed an initial deal because basically they've been taking illegal actions for certain clubs approaching some of their players. The main one, Kylian Mbappe. But it had reported yesterday this had been stemmed out, and then all of a sudden, a lot of teams have been trying to get the capture of Kylian Mbappe in the entirety of the transfer window. Us, City, Liverpool, Arsenal have had a couple of bids rejected for the 18-year-old. And now all of a sudden, now that Real Madrid have fully been in there, they are confident they can get the young 18-year-old lad. If this deal goes through, as I said, it's going to smash the deals of Paul Pogba last summer. It's going to smash the deals of Ronaldo back in 2009, and it's going to smash all the other deals that's been done over the course of the years in world football. But yeah, Real Madrid, I think, have had negotiations with Monaco. But this is stemming from Spain that they have agreed this potential deal. There was also add-ons involved, which is performances and appearances. There'll be also a payment structure involved if he does depart, meaning how he progresses with Real Madrid and whatever how he progresses. So it will be a structure, plus a 6-year contract involved, plus a 7-year million salary as well to get the player on the board. Well, Kylian Mbappe, one, is a Real Madrid fan, but I think Monaco are reluctant to sell him because they have lost a lot of their players. They've lost Bernardo Silva, they've lost Benjamin Mendy, they've lost Bakayoko. They've raised a lot of funds, but it's just not all about raising the funds so you can find them individual players. It's about keeping your best players, and Monaco are not doing this. And City and Real Madrid have raised quite a lot of funds. I think they've raised around about over £90 million for their for selling Morata, for selling Rodriguez, and for selling Danilo. So they've raised these funds as well. But it's come to a conclusion now that Manchester City have currently entered the race for Kylian Mbappe's signature. Pep Guardiola has got plans to try and hijack him from Real Madrid, who look like they're in the ascendancy to get him on the board. Manchester City now have currently been in the race. They have got plans. They are willing to pay the same price, which is, I think they're willing to pay £143 million for Kylian Mbappe. They've still got the likes of Aguero there. They've got the likes of Gabriel Jesus there, who are fluish when they play together. It's not Pep Guardiola's first choice, Aguero. And they've been doing fantastic business in this transfer window, including with Monaco. They've done fantastic business as well. They've already got the pursuit of their 2 players. If City were to get him on the board, that'd be significantly their 6th signing. That'd be over £400 million on basically 6 players if they were to do this, so that'd be good transfer business for them. But for me, with that money, you can at least get another 7 or 8 players. You could maybe even get a starting 11 with that kind of money. And I think these teams that are making initial approaches for Kylian Mbappe, I think it's a bit mad paying that money, maybe for one season, one day. I think it's a bit insanity judging one player after one season. Yes, he's a fantastic player. Yes, he's probably one of the highest prospects in world football. And he did fantastically well with Monaco last season, winning the La Liga and progressing to the Champions League semi-final and scoring 29 goals in all competitions. But I think it's a bit mad for these teams to be judging one player. I know he's been very good, but judging one player after one season, it's like you could say the same thing about Marcus Rashford, you could say the same thing about Martial. But obviously, they're not. Even if we were willing to sell him, we're not going to be. We wouldn't be willing to sell him for that loads of money, and they must think he's worth that kind of money. I think it's just very, very insanity judging one player after one season at being at a club and after one season after an outstanding campaign. I would, if I were Monaco, give him a couple, maybe a year or two to maybe express himself more with the Monaco team to settle in more because he's still only young. But if he goes to Real Madrid are confident they can get the landmark signing of him now. If he goes to Real Madrid, then they may have to offload another one of their players. They've offloaded all the three. They have to offload another one of their players because he's not going to get first team football. Is Mbappe, you know, with Bale there, with Benzema there, with Ronaldo there. They'll have to offload one of their players basically. Ronaldo, as I said, will divot in a few years' time. Benzema won't want to sit on the bench because he's a prolific goal scorer. But now, if you think about it, if Real Madrid get this deal over the line for Mbappe, I think Favre's been doing negotiations. In the last 24 hours, Manchester City have been having negotiations with Monaco over the potential move. He probably will get with the first team at Manchester City. But at Real Madrid, you know, it's the history as well. Fantastic history. 12-time Champions League winners. Fantastic fan base. Fantastic stadium. And are just a better team than Manchester City. So there you go. And but this looks like it maybe could happen. I just don't think Monaco will sell him. They just don't want to lose all the best players who were their star performers last season from winning the Liga 1. I just can't see it happening, to be quite fair. But now, if you take consideration, if he does, he won't get the first team football. But now Real Madrid have raised funds, including sell Morata. They raised the funds in the entirety of the transfer window. Also been interested in getting Eden Hazard on the board as well, one of their other targets. This now could have confidence in Manchester United getting the signing of Gareth Bale. Real Madrid are looking to get more money, raise more funds, so they can get the pursuit of Kylian Mbappe, pay the funds off, offload Gareth Bale, so he can get that first team football and get there in the mix with Real Madrid. Because he's not going to get in that first team with Bale, Benzema and Ronaldo there. But if they offload Bale, then he will get in the first team then. And now, Jose Mourinho, basically, the speculation going on with Bale, he Paul Caldwell on the speculation. He basically give up, going for him, basically said he's not available. Basically, he's no desire to leave Real Madrid. We could now get Bale on the board. We could actually get Bale on the board. It'd probably cost maybe 80, 90 million pounds if we were to pay that kind of money. Obviously, Real Madrid bought him off Tottenham for between 90 or 100 million pounds, was it? That was a world record fee back in 2013. Right there. But Monaco have been taking illegal approaches, apparently, but there you go. They're not. I just can't see him selling any more of their players. Whatever's going to be happening with Thomas Lemar as well. Arsenal prepared to put another bid in for him as well. So they could lose another two of their players. They're going to raise a hell of staggering amounts of money for this, but they've already raised it, 300 million, but they just don't want to lose all the players to Monaco, and that's the main scenario of the situation. But when they perform that good, they're going to attract other teams' interest, and then teams are going to plot massive, huge amounts of money for them. That's how the transfer windows goes. If you've got the money, you can do it. But with Bale, as I said, Bale now could come to Manchester United. Real Madrid can will to offload him. Whether he has any desire to leave Real Madrid, I do not know. He's a player that hasn't had the starts because he's been injury prone. But you could see the questions, why would he want to leave? What has he achieved Real Madrid, La Ligas, Champions Leagues. Over the course of the years he's been there, he's performed fantastically well. Combined fantastically with Benzema. Being in the mix and combined with the rest of the players as well. Prolific goal scorer, tremendous speed. I'd definitely take him over Perisic. Definitely very, very comparison to Perisic. I'd love Gareth Bale at Manchester United. This could actually help the pursuit of us getting Gareth Bale if Monaco accept this and they do get a deal through that line. But the way this transfer window is going at the moment, if you look, Chelsea have spent quite a lot. City have spent over 200 million. You know, Everton have got 6 or 7 players in, which is a lot as well. So yeah, West Ham have done good business getting Hernandez in. So take that to consideration. What these players are offering, what these teams are offering for one player, which is staggering amounts of money. Did say you can get at least another 7 or 8 players in your team, and I think it's a bit insanity judging one player after an outstanding campaign with Monaco. But City are now currently in the race to get him. Real Madrid are currently in the race now to get him also. So yeah, basically that's basically the latest news about that. And Ousmane Dembele wouldn't even be going for that staggering amount of money, and he's probably going to become, he's a high prospect, and he's probably going to become in the top 2 or top 3 basically when Ronaldo and Messi retire. But Kylian Mbappe's performances for France have been good as well. That's also alerted a lot of teams. Ousmane Dembele's performances have been good for France as well. I'd love Ousmane Dembele if he does possibly come available as well. Very strong, very quick, very agile. Good, strong, quick, very agile. Good in the air. Tremendous speed also. The latest news about Verratti now. Obviously, the speculation had been going on, was it since last week or something, when he'd currently insisted that he wanted to currently sanction the agent that he had, and then changed to Raiola, who's currently been discussing a deal with Edward to try and get Verratti on the board. Raiola currently represents Zlatan, currently represents Mkhitaryan, represents Pogba, and represents Lukaku as well. So he has a lot of faith in him, basically, does Mourinho and Verratti as well. Currently now represents him, but we know Barcelona have been in advanced talks. We know they've tried demanding Martial as part of the deal, like Inter Milan have done with Perisic, so it's comparable. But now, something to do with this Neymar deal could involve Verratti going to Barcelona. This is the Sun. The Sun are basically reporting this. The Sun are reporting this that Verratti, this could be estimated 110 million for Neymar, plus Verratti to Barcelona and Neymar to PSG. This is just according to the Sun. This could be announced today, what's going to be happening with Neymar's future. But that could mean, if this is true, what the Sun are suggesting and reporting, that I presume maybe our chance of getting Verratti could go to an end, because he's quick, he's strong, he's very tenacious, he's very competitive. You know, I'd love him as a midfielder at Manchester United. You know, he'd complement Herrera, he'd complement Pogba. I'd absolutely love him. But Barcelona have been in talks with getting Verratti on the board. But if this is included in the Neymar deal, because this has been breaking out basically that Ronaldo's persuaded Neymar to stay at Barcelona. Gerard Piqué basically doesn't know if he's going to be leaving. Neymar's basically told his friends that he is going to be leaving. Barcelona in general are confident. The club president's very confident Neymar will end up staying. This could be announced in a press conference what he is going to be doing, Neymar. The PSG owners have been in talks basically with Barcelona. The PSG chairman's basically tried to get the deal finalised. Currently, the father has been in discussions with Neymar's father has been in discussions with the PSG officials about trying to get a deal over the line, and PSG willing to trigger that 222 million release clause, which is 197 million in pound sterling, which is a heck of a lot of money. But he's probably one of the best in the world, probably one of the most efficient, best players in the universe, in the absolute universe. But I'm sorry, no player is worth that kind of money. And he has a strong relation with Messi. He's got teammates at PSG, so that would be beneficial. He's got Dani Alves. He's got Thiago Silva there. His performances for Brazil have been absolutely fantastic as well. Do you think Neymar will go? Do you really think he will go? If PSG get this deal over the line, it will be absolutely astronomical business for one player. That's for one player, and that's going to make the headlines if the deal does come conclusive. But now it's been a change of scenery. Now they could be offering 110 million plus Verratti to Barcelona, which he's probably rated as a probably 80-90 million pound player anywhere. So it could really change the whole situation, basically. And Philip Coutinho, Barcelona want him. I think Liverpool have initially rejected a 72 million bid. I think terms have been agreed for the player. He's a player that operates in that number 10 role. Could this decide whether, if he goes, Coutinho, could this decide whether Neymar goes or not? Could this be the crucial factor, whether he goes or not? I'm not quite sure, but I don't know if they've been in any negotiations, Barcelona or Liverpool, over a potential deal. He's a player that's quick, he's strong, he's very agile, and I do highly rate him. He's a very, very good player. He's Philip Coutinho. I do highly rate him. But yeah, they've been in, with the Neymar. It's been speculating for quite a while now. Barcelona have stood firm. They still don't think it's going to happen. Neymar at one point said he's happy with Barcelona, and now he's basically saying he told his friends he wanted to go to PSG. He was joining PSG. That is a staggering amount of money. And Cavani's also had his he's had a few things to point across. He's had his own opinions on the situation with Neymar as well. Also, the latest news about Alexis Sanchez. Now, PSG have also had their interest in getting him on the board. They were preparing to offer more than £40 million for Alexis Sanchez, who is a quality player, who's composed, very well organised, very good at driving forward, and probably a very good prolific goal scorer. He's done well at Barcelona in the past. And we know City have still got that interest in getting Alexis Sanchez on the board. What a fantastic player. But now he's going to come to a conclusion. A meeting is going to be scheduled on Monday. And this now, Arsene Wenger and Sanchez are going to meet up to discuss things through. And then it's going to be then decided what Sanchez is going to be doing with his current future. We know PSG have been in there. He has been demanding a £400,000 a week contract with Arsenal. Before, he was demanding a £500,000 a week contract for PSG to get him. Wenger's only willing, to pay maybe £375,000 maybe a week for his current salary to offer Sanchez. Is currently coming to an end of his current contract with Arsenal. It's been speculating for the last week or so. It all started when basically Wenger has had a few press conferences, stood firm, he's resisted, he's rebuffed to everything that's been said, and basically he has no faith. He has no faith in what the media is saying. He's disregarding basically what the media is saying. He's basically still confident he will stay with Arsenal. Sanchez was adamant he wanted to leave because he did say he wants Champions League football. With PSG, he's got with PSG probably better than Arsenal. If PSG get this deal over the line, and they get the now deal over the line, that is still a staggering amount of money, and that's including the agent fees and the wage as well. But the media, his scenes had hit out more when Sanchez had been in Paris discussing with the current director, Sanchez and his agent, and Sanchez discussing a potential move to PSG. But I think Sanchez is still adamant that he does want to leave the club. There has been negotiations going on between Paris Saint-Germain with Neymar and Sanchez. The chairman's been trying to get the deal finalised for Neymar. The director's been trying to get the deal finalised for Alexis Sanchez. You probably get him for the reasonable fee now, as players do when they come to the end of the contract. You get him for the reasonable fee. Wenger's still confident he will stay, even if he doesn't extend his contract. He probably will stay with the club. But oh wait, my battery's dead. But we know Manchester City have now got their interest in Sanchez. Pep Guardiola is looking to reunite with Alexis Sanchez after working with him at Barcelona. We know Manchester City have still got that interest. I don't know how much they're willing to pay, but they have still got that interest in getting Sanchez. So there's Paris Saint-Germain in the race, there's City now in the race, and they also want to get Kylian and Mbappe as well. So are they going to offload one of their players? City, maybe Aguero, I do not know, but City, I think, have made some sort of inquiries of trying to get basically Sanchez on the board. They have had that interest. City have had that interest also in Kylian Mbappe. I think they made inquiries about him back in April, but I don't think negotiations went to plan. But we'll see what happens with Sanchez. He said he wants Champions League football. In that Canal 13 interview, he said he wants Champions League football. But you need Champions League football, and Arsenal haven't got it for the first time in 20 years. So it could basically go against them. They're still confident of getting that left winger, Thomas Lemar. They've had 2 bids rejected. I think Arsenal are willing to up now their bid from £45 million for Thomas Lemar. Is there any add-ons involved? I do not know. But if they're willing to up the bid, Monaco may sell him. They may now be reluctant or resisted because Mbappe is on the verge of going. Maybe Thomas Lemar now could be on the verge of going if they pay the right kind of money. Arsenal, but good player, Thomas Lemar. Good, strong, quick. Good at creating that width on the left-hand side as he showed last season. Good at pressing high up the pitch. Very tenacious, very competitive also. And can score goals as well. And Monaco don't want to sell a lot of their top youth class players. And that's the thing. They don't want to sell a lot of their youth talented, experienced players. And with Renato Sanchez, as I said, I do like Carlo Ancelotti. He is a fantastic manager. He's got a good pedigree. He's got a good history. He's been with Chelsea in the past. He's been with Real Madrid in the past also. He is adamant, very adamant that he will leave. What's his name now? Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez insisted he wants to leave. This was suggested back in 2016, was it, from the Portuguese newspapers that we basically wanted to get him on the board. I think we went for him before, Renato Sanchez. He basically insists that he wants to leave. Currently, AC Milan, the manager has quoted out how happy he would be to get Renato Sanchez on the board, because we know AC Milan have been in discussions with Bayern Munich about him going to AC Milan. But we know Manchester United have been involved in the equation to try and sign the current 19-year-old player, who's a player who I think is very, very good. I think he's good, he's strong, he can play numerous positions, he can also play on wide roles. He's good at fantastically going forward as well as this player. He can score goals. His glowing reputation in the Euros 2016 was absolutely fantastic, but he hasn't got the game time at Bayern Munich. He hasn't had the game time as he expected. But now with Bayern Munich, with the class players they've got in their squad, they've got now Vidal still, they've got Rodriguez, they've got a couple of other players, so he's not going to get that first team football, and he wants that regular start. He doesn't want to be sitting on the bench. If he goes to another club, he will get that. He's still a young prospect, is this player. Still needs to gain a bit more experience, as he has been at 2 good clubs though. But it's been guaranteed they're willing to let him leave. He's not getting enough game time. He's not basically going to get enough minutes under his belt. 17 appearances last season, no assists. Carlo Ancelotti, I'd have loved him as a manager, but also we've got Mourinho now. Ancelotti basically has said they are willing to leave. Whether we get him on a loan deal, which will include a structure, whether we are willing to pay the £43 million that Bayern Munich are asking for Renato Sanchez, then that's a bit different in that assets then. So he's a good player. I'd love him at Manchester United, Renato Sanchez. He hasn't been a main priority target for Jose Mourinho, but it would be fantastic, because we need to hurry up in this transfer window. Last summer we spent... What did we spend last summer? Was it about 150, 160 million, maybe nearly 200 million, something like that on players. So we need to get an hurry up in this transfer window, because teams are spending big, as you have currently seen. Teams are spending big in this transfer window. So whatever happens with Sanchez, he may stay at Arsenal now. The meeting's scheduled for Monday. Talks will go further down the line to see what's going to be happening with his current future. Arsene Wenger has denied any suggestions at all in being in Paris. But why would he be in Paris if he had no intentions to go into Paris Saint-Germain? But yes, Verratti could be involved in the deal now with Neymar if Neymar is going to leave Barcelona. I'm not sure if he's going to leave Barcelona. We just don't know, basically. He's been there several years. He's achieved what he's achieved, and he's 25. And between him and Kylian Mbappe is a big age gap, and for that amount of money for Kylian Mbappe is a bit insanity, if you ask me. Even for Neymar is a bit insanity, if you ask me. But that's football. It's basically all about the money, and I said always being a checkbook manager doesn't mean you're going to gain success, as it's been proven in the past. You have more chance, but it doesn't mean you are going to gain success. But we could now get the landmarking of Gareth Bale. As I said, we went back for him in 2013. We've been for players. We've been for Cruz before. We've been for Cruz. We've been for Thomas Muller. We have been for Neymar before as well. PSG currently missed out on him last summer, but they've still interacted since then to try and get a deal over the line for Neymar. So yeah, we could now get the pursuit of Bale. They basically have to offload Bale, so Kylian Mbappe is guaranteed that first team football with Real Madrid. It may be beneficial for him. He supports Real Madrid, I think. Real Madrid have got a fantastic fan base. They've got an ecstatic stadium. Plus, they are a better team than Monaco, so that's 3 reasons why I may go. And plus, Monaco are raising loads and loads of money for it, but it's not just all about the money. It's going to be hard to find them alternative replacements, because Monaco are being a team that's been hard to negotiate with this season, because they're charging way too much money for their current players. So that's what you've got to take into consideration. But Real Madrid have raised money. Monaco have raised money, and City have spent a lot of money. But they did lose Clichy, they did lose Ableta, they did lose Bakary Sagna, so they had to get individual replacements in there. Maybe the midfield maybe need to adjust a bit more. But they were taking illegal actions with Monaco for the pursuit. Well, from certain teams, they were taking illegal actions, and they were going to take matters further to the FIFA, you know, but Real Madrid are working their way around the deal. City are having plans basically now. Pep Guardiola's planning to hijack the current player. It probably won't work. Still think Real Madrid are emerged as the front runners to probably get the young 18-year-old signature. Man, we've been in there for him before. I'd love that kind of player at Manchester United. I would love him. But the transfer window, you've got to be honest, is now going absolutely bonkers with the amount of money that's getting staked for certain players out there. So yeah, that's the latest news. Anything else to update you with? So I don't think Verratti's going to happen. Perisic is still a delay at the moment in time. Matic looks realistically now that that's going to happen. So yeah, we've been basically Bale's been offered to Manchester United. We'll probably maybe end up paying 80, 90, probably 70, maybe 70, 80, 90 million pounds for Gareth Bale could end up paying, but it's going to be worth it. You know, a player of his calibre here is an absolutely galactico player. His performances are fantastic. I'd love Bale at Manchester United any day of the week over Perisic, any day of the week. And if we don't get the Perisic deal done, that could then mean Bale is a better option. We're going to get Bale over Perisic. He's a miles better option than Perisic. But if Inter Milan are just going to keep that price tag and we're not willing to pay that, then stuff him, we'll get Gareth Bale instead, because we're willing to pay 70, 80, 90 million pounds for Gareth Bale any day of the week. So that's the thing. And Real Madrid, I've got Ronaldo, they've got Benzema, they've got Bale, they've got Modric, got Isco, they've got a class team. They're probably one of the best teams in the world. They've offloaded players to raise the funds. But now to get Mbappe, they need to offload another player. Because Benzema won't want to sit on the bench. Ronaldo definitely won't. And Bale. So Bale basically needs to leave Real Madrid. And we should be in there to get him on the board. Anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments and likes below on the video. Subscribe to Chaz the Boy Davenport and take it easy. And I'll see you later. Bye.